Engage.
All right. So, you had just collapsed after failing again to drop the book on top of your corpse head. I do like that. That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy watching players do. It's fantastic. You wake up staring at a very familiar ceiling.
Magic.
You lose a magic point as your head continues to spin as it has been.
Yeah.
So you got the pain in your head. You realize you're not laying on a comfy bed anymore. You're laying on the floor. And next thing you realize is your hand hurts.
Okay, I'll look.
You see you've got a bandage on your hand. Your hand is all bandaged up. Lose 1 hit point.
Okay.
And it burns in the middle kind of a little bit, like it's if you try and flex it, the bandage is keeping it from flexing much, but where you can flex it, it feels like a
cut or
gash.
Okay.
Yeah. That spiders come out of.
No, I figured it's either a cut or a brand, and I'm
Your mind goes to dark places. Like, I really can't wait for you to start running Trail of Cthulhu. This will be great. You've been branded with evil magic.
Yeah. Okay.
And as you sit up, you realize that you are in Saxville's study.
Okay. All right. I'll check out the study.
Phone, blood on the desk, worn spot on the floor where the carpet was. Well, you realize you make that connection now. You didn't make that connection before. Books scattered about. Everything looks pretty similar to what you had seen before.
Okay. I didn't do this before. I'm going to do library use.
Okay.
To check out, see if there's anything I can pick up from the books. 59 out of 67.
Again, it's... As far as the shelves are concerned, it's separated into mostly stuff about train stuff. There's a little bit of ancient Egyptology type stuff. There's a decent bit of occult stuff. And that's it. You don't see a copy of A Century of Internment.
Okay.
And then you have the various history books laying about that are annotated and marked and so forth.
Right. All right. Quick run through the house. Make sure everything looks fairly similar.
As you open the door to go out of the study, make me a sand check.
Shit. No.
We'll call this one a 1d6.
Oh, hell. 3.
All right, you're below that magic 5. Although it is dropping like crazy.
Yes, it is.
You see, standing in the doorway, Arthur Saxville, staring at you with cauterized, well, not cauterized, what do I want to say? Bloodshot, desiccated eyes. He's standing 2 inches in front of the door. Like, you open the door and you are now face to face with a standing Arthur Saxville.
Okay. Does he react?
You notice that...
I'm going to try and hold just deadpan looking at him.
As you stand still, he stares right back at you.
Okay. He's blocking my path.
You would assume that. The way that he's taking no aggressive moves, his hands are literally at his sides. He's standing there completely comatose looking.
Uh-huh.
All bloody and stuff from knife wounds and such.
Turn around and go down to the basement.
Continues to stand there.
That's what I thought. Didn't like me leaving.
He did try and drop a book on his head twice.
Okay. I'll shut the door.
Okay.
Windows?
There is a window.
That's what I thought. I'll try the window.
Okay. Are you trying it quietly?
Nope.
All right. Make me that stealth roll.
$41 out of 52.
Look at you go. All right. You very quietly open the window. And you are able to, I guess, give me it's a first story window, so it's probably relatively easy to climb out of. This is 1920s, so there probably isn't screens or anything. So yeah, you can climb out the window relatively easy.
Uh-huh.
So you're standing, this window faces like towards the garage. So now you're standing, you've jumped out into in between the house and the garage.
Okay. From knowing the house, is there any windows? Are there any windows in between that he's going to be able to see me getting to my car?
If you
do I have my keys?
You do not. And while you're searching around, you also don't find your Derringer, and you appear to be in men's clothes again.
Really?
Yep.
So when I change, is he getting my body or is he getting a man's body? From what I've read in the book, would I have any idea?
I would say that you understand that it's a transference of soul from body to body. So you would assume
he'd be in my body.
Correct.
Why the hell does he keep putting... Well, I never got back to my apartment. Or wherever my house.
True.
Why the hell does he keep putting on men's clothes?
Give me an idea roll by half.
Nope.
Okay. You also realize that as you're looking out towards the street that your car isn't there.
Shit. Okay. What about the other one?
You don't know where the keys are. That car is there.
Right. Can I hotwire it?
Do you have mechanical repair?
I have base.
Which is what? Is it 1%
20.
or 5? Is mechanical repair 20? Sure. I'll give you mechanical repair at 20. Best of luck.
Nope.
All right.
All right.
Give me a luck roll.
12.
That would have done your mechanical repair.
Yes, it would have.
You hear a bus pulling up down the street.
All right. I don't have any money.
You search your pockets and you see that you have some change. Small handful.
Okay. All right. I will make a beeline for the bus.
All right. As you make a beeline for the bus, you see that the bus is... You get there and it's starting to roll away. And as it's starting to roll away, you kind of pick up your pace. And you see sort of the bus driver happen to look up in the rear view, stops immediately, and sort of smiles and waves and lets you on the bus.
Oh, good.
It's you
Thank
again.
you.
I wondered if you were going to be showing up.
Oh, yeah?
Always asking those funny questions.
Like what? What's so funny?
Don't know what the Panama Canal is. Come on. Get on the bus.
All right.
Where are we headed to today?
Same place as yesterday.
Ooh, clever. Let's do... I'll give it to you. I like that. Okay. It's like, well, I can get you to, because it's not a cab, so, okay. He says he will drop you off at the, he seems to acknowledge that he will drop you off at the last place he dropped you off.
Okay.
So he takes you into town, you make a couple stops, maybe 35 minutes. It's probably afternoon-ish.
Yeah.
When you got out of the house, maybe it was noon-ish, so maybe it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And he pulls up to a stop, opens the door. There you go.
Where the...
Give me a...
What was the...
Go ahead.
What was the name of that... Of the place that I said I was going?
Not bad. Give me...
I know that we were talking about it, and it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember.
I'm going to make you roll for this one. Give me a luck roll.
Got it. 54 out of 85.
It's like, this is the closest the bus comes to the Historical Society.
Yes, okay. All right. Thanks. I will see you tomorrow.
See you later, crazy lady. Closes the bus and keeps on going.
How close is the Historical Society to the library? Or how close to the library am I?
I'll give you a luck roll by half. Apparently, they're basically right next door with an aught one. I give it to you. That's an impale.
Is my car still there?
We'll say you have to pass the library in order to get to the Historical
Yeah.
Society or something. You happen to glance and you see that your car is still parked where it was before.
Okay. What about the keys?
You have an aught one, so I'm going to assume that you started to get in the car when you passed out, and so you happen to see that there's a set of keys there on the ground. You'd gotten them out to get in the car when you passed out.
Awesome.
That's what happens when you roll 0-1.
Yeah.
Changes are made to the story.
Something good happens. Okay. I will get in my car and drive to the Historical Society.
Alrighty. You get to the Historical Society.
And I will put the keys under the seat.
Now we're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to the Historical Society. It's a smallish building. Nothing fancy. Maybe a 2-story building. You walk in and there's a reception desk. You get the idea that this is more of it's not a museum. It's more of like a hobbyist type thing. It's a club. So you do see that it has open hours for the museum, but it doesn't. It's still something that it probably takes a little bit of money and time and investment. It's a members, not quite a members only club, but you know what I mean. It's got that vibe to it.
Right.
So you see a man sitting behind a desk who nods to you. Welcome back, miss.
Thank you. And I'm going to keep moving like I know where I'm going.
I'm trying to think. It doubles as a meeting/lecture hall and small museum.
And library, apparently.
Kind of library. What do I want to say here? As you start to walk that way, miss, do you want to speak to the curator again?
Actually, I was hoping to get access to a book.
He looks puzzled. Yes.
Yes.
Just like yesterday.
Yes. Okay, yes. I will speak to the curator again, please.
Psychology roll.
He thinks I'm nuts. Nope.
This guy's like your best friend. He's gonna invite you over for cookies. So you sort of loiter around, and you see the man come up and shake your hand. Miss Samways, nice to see you again.
And you. Is there any way that I could get access to a Century of Internment?
Century of Internment. One moment. Please come with me. And he takes you to a wing where there is a small library, and he goes over to a card catalog and begins flipping through it. We don't seem to have a copy of that
The library says you do.
No. Give me an idea roll.
42 out of 75.
They have a copy of De Vermis Mysterious.
Oh, De Vermis Mysterious.
Yes. The book you saw yesterday. Okay. Sorry, I thought this was something unrelated. Oh, no problem, not at all. He gives you a strange look, as everyone seems to do these days. And he takes you over. Well, he sort of points over to a locked cabinet. And on a locked cabinet, you can see an old leather-bound book that is, wrapped quite tightly, and it says, embossed on the cover is De Vermis Mysterious.
Uh-huh. Anything else in there that I can read?
There are a couple of other books. It looks like, have you ever been to a small town like a county history place or something? Yeah. You see a number of books that's like owned by this important mayor or owned by this important person. Like it's not just a catalog of important documents, it's also local history.
Okay.
So in fact
So this isn't like the occult cabinet.
No, okay. Not necessarily. There's probably a book of Robert Frost poems. I may be too early for Robert Frost. I don't know when Robert Frost wrote it, etc., etc., etc. That may be anachronistic, but Benjamin Franklin's second cousin's copy of the Bible or whatever, stuff like that.
Okay.
But yes, Miss, as you can see, this is our special manuscript collection, as you saw yesterday.
What would one have to do to gain access to that book?
Well,
not remove it from here, but
peruse it. Of course, we wouldn't want that. It is one of our oldest and probably the most unique possession that we have. It is a very rare and bizarre manuscript. As I'm sure you know, many of them were destroyed by the church, for being black magic. But we are very lucky to have a copy. It is believed that this is one of only 12 or 15 in existence.
And who did this one belong to?
It is my understanding that it belonged to... The rumor has it that it belonged to a local wizard, if you can believe that.
I'm looking slightly incredulous.
That's just my understanding.
What was his name?
I have no clue. It was not donated by this individual. It was donated by a local counselor at the right around the turn of the century, I believe.
Oh, this sounds fun. Do you have any other information about this local wizard?
I'm afraid I don't. Obviously, we thank you see that there's a plaque, and it says donated by name. Yeah. But it goes on to say that it was a local counselor and that was donated for the benefit of the Historical Society and blah, 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 blah. But the wizard's name, who knows?
Where can I learn more about this? This just, it's fascinating.
Well, you were here yesterday taking notes. I thought you got all you needed yesterday.
Oh, no.
That's...
I was taking notes on what?
Out of the manuscript. He's beginning to look at you very, very bizarrely.
Well, I got some, but I had to go. I had appointments.
All right.
I didn't get a chance to finish. If it's not any trouble, I would really appreciate another glance.
He looks at you. He sort of looks to his left and looks to his right and raises eyebrows and says, "Same arrangement as before?" I give you a psychology roll.
He wants money. And I don't have any. What is it? No, it's only a 22. Okay.
You can take it as you will.
Yes, of course.
Very well. Sort of looks at you knowingly. He's clearly waiting for you to do something.
Yeah. Take an IOU?
He sort of frowns.
Hey, I was good for it yesterday. I just don't have any on me today.
Do you
I'm in kind of a tight spot, and I will get you. I just need to get this done. Persuade.
Can you give me anything else? Because right now it would be a hard persuade test.
Not
Not necessarily skill-wise. Can you come up with any other persuasive reason of why he would... If the guy got money yesterday, which is the hypothesis you're going under, and he's not getting money today for the same thing, you gotta give me a little something, something. You can make a persuade roll. I'm just gonna have you make it probably by half.
How hot's Josephine?
What's your app?
What is it? 14.
What is it? It's basically that scores on a 3d6, so from 3 to 18. So not bad. I mean, like, better than average. I would like to point out that you do not smell the best and are in man's clothes.
No, I didn't clean up this time.
No, you're too busy running away from from Mr. Saxville.
Yeah.
You tried, but that would also be a challenging avenue. Trying to stretch your brain here.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, I'm sorry, Miss.
I am on such a deadline. I have got to get this research done. I am going to lose my grant if I don't get this done. If you could help me out, I would be in your debt.
The damsel in distress angle? Okay, I'll give you that one. That one's fair. I'll give you the persuade.
All right.
Persuade it at whatever your score is.
I still that up.
I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry about your grant, but it is a delicate manuscript, and we just can't have anyone perusing it at any time.
Okay.
Next tech?
Next what?
I said, what's your next tech?
I don't even know.
Give me a... I'll give you a... Oh, there goes the die. No, you rolled a 93. I can't even give you that. You rolled really poorly.
That's 93 out of 75, though.
I suppose that's true. I'll give you... I'll split the difference. I'll give you luck by half.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. What else can I do at the Historical Society?
I mean, there are some other things you could look at. They have, like I said, they have a small sort of museum. It's nothing special, just 1 or 2 rooms. It's also used as a lecture hall where they bring in presenters and stuff. In fact, this is probably where you met Arthur Saxville several months ago.
Okay. Anybody speaking?
Not now,
No.
during the day.
Okay.
There's also a small meeting room. There's probably, you see signs directing you to a members only area, probably where they can do private research on their own projects.
I'm probably not going to get in there.
No, probably not.
I'll check out the museum.
Okay. The curator sort of nods, looks a little disappointed. And
Hey, you could have had it. You said no.
So you sort of look around the museum, and again, you see oddities and stuff from local history, time capsules, and here's so-and-so's pen, and here's so-and-so's hatchet that they used to clear the first tree in Arkham, and, for more information on various local things, you can check out this museum, or check out Miskatonic University, or check out blah, 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 various references and so forth.
Okay. I'll check out the meeting room and the lecture hall, I guess.
Yep, just a lecture hall and a meeting room.
Okay. Am I completely wasting my time here?
Give me you know it. You already made your Cthulhu Mythos text. You realize that book Now that you've seen what they have, you realize it, and based on what he said and what it says about it, that it is an authentic copy. If it's an authentic copy, it's a massive text, and it is written entirely in Latin.
Okay. It wouldn't be much use to me anyway.
You do see another number of other people hanging out. I mean, I don't know if you want to talk to someone or anyone. There's some people around, or if you'd rather go elsewhere.
Who was it at the reception desk?
Just some random guy. He's the one who called the curator.
I will go talk to him.
Yes, miss. How may I help you?
The curator mentioned a local wizard.
Okay.
I've never heard of this, and it just sounds it sounds interesting, and I was wondering if you knew anywhere else that I could find more information on it.
Well, in what? I mean, it's not that such things were uncommon. I mean, this is the Northeast, and you did have, the rise of the Puritans and so forth and whatnot, and the witch hunts in Salem. That's not too far away from here, but I don't know. I'm sure there were a number of wizards over time. Is there any way you can narrow it down a little bit?
Well, I mean, the one that the Vermis Mysterious supposedly belonged to.
It's my understanding that wasn't donated by a wizard. It was donated by a local counselor around the turn of the century, I believe.
Well, I realize that, but the curator said that it was supposedly the property of a wizard.
I don't know if that's true or not.
What about the counselor?
The counselor, I know a little bit of the local history. I mean, he was an upstanding gentleman, helped propel the town of Arkham, to be more prosperous, increased enrollment at Arkham University, or Miskatonic University. I keep saying Arkham. Bad me. He was a pretty important pillar of the community about 20 years ago, I believe.
Did I notice the name of the counselor?
Yes, you got the name of the counselor. It doesn't specify what the name of the counselor is, so...
Okay.
Counselor Joe.
Must not be important.
Call him Bernie Sanders.
Okay. I would say I'm going to go to the university, but I don't have any idea who to talk to. I don't know of any contacts there.
It's true. Give me an idea roll.
Oh.
Really? Oh.
88.
All right. You've been pursuing this case in one particular direction. There are other angles at which you could investigate this.
Okay. I've been trying to track down what's causing it. The idea of the wizard, the book.
So you've got a couple of other leads on your clue list. Just a question of wondering how to track those down.
There's the internment stuff.
Correct.
I still don't have any idea where that graveyard is, do I?
Correct.
How can I find that book? The library didn't have it.
Yep.
It would take weeks to get it.
Right.
From another library. There's a copy of it somewhere because he's referencing it.
Right.
Where the hell would that be?
You would assume, based on the recent reanimation of Arthur Saxville, that it is, at this point, you've become so much of a nuisance that you're being actively plotted against. So, if the individual, whoever is screwing with you, assuming that you've got this all figured out the right way, they could very easily be burying it in the backyard every time. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anywhere.
From what I've seen of that crypt, can I tell anything about the age?
Old but not crumbling. So the last 200 years, maybe 150 years. Hard to say. And just because you know the age of, even if you could approximate the age of the crypt, that wouldn't tell you anything because you don't know who the corpses are. I mean, it could be a mausoleum that went into long disuse, or it could be something that's actively being used today. It's impossible to say.
I'm missing something, and it's right in front of me.
That's all right. No, just keep exploring. What else would you like to... What other leads would you like to track down? So, Day Room is mysterious. Kind of a dead end.
Yeah.
Century of Internment.
Kind of a dead end.
Kind of a dead end.
There's what the hell was I doing there?
Yep, there is that.
But I don't know. I don't even know what the hell where the hell he would have met up with me to invite me.
You remember that you met. You vaguely you remember meeting. You assume that it has something to do with the occult because that was the interest that you guys shared.
Right.
And you vaguely remember a phone call from him.
So I should go back to my house.
You could.
I don't want this guy to know where I live.
That is also something to be concerned about. So are you still sitting at the Historical Society, or are you going somewhere, sitting in your car?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the car. What time's it getting to be?
It's probably early afternoon.
Okay. About what time was it last time that I blacked out and went back to the crypt?
I think it was like maybe 3 in the afternoon. It's probably it's later than that now. Probably 4:30. Thus far, it's very challenging for you to try and keep track because you're not sure, and you thus far, even with your internal clock, it's impossible. You can't tell if you're gone for a day, if you're gone for half a day.
Right. I'm just trying to think if there's some kind of pattern. Is Josephine a part of any kind of club or anything for the occult that she may have been?
No, not specifically.
Okay.
I mean, it's an interest for her. She's probably at least somewhat known at the Historical Society. She probably pops in every once in a while, but definitely not a member. Okay. Maybe once or twice a year.
Do I live with family?
No.
And I'll go back to my place.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
Got that.
Okay.
30 out of 42.
As you pull out of the parking lot, you notice that the sedan pulls out and right behind you.
Okay, can I see who's in it? God, tell me it's not a zombie.
It's Saxville.
Yeah, zombie driving a car, yeah.
Looks like a woman. Okay.
Screw it. I'm slamming on my brakes and I'm getting out.
As you slam on your brakes, let's see something here. Okay. The driver behind you just barely misses slamming into your bumper.
Uh-huh.
And you say you jump out?
Yep.
You see a woman sitting in behind the steering wheel looking absolutely petrified that you've got out and are approaching the car.
Good. That means she's not bolting. She had to stop.
And she's kind of,
I'm not threatening at all. I'm going up to the window. Who are you?
She very quickly regains her composure and say, I could ask you the same thing. Who are you?
I'm Josephine Samways.
All right. Where's my brother?
Who's your brother?
You've apparently been staying at his house for several days. You tell me you don't know the man's name?
That is a very long story.
It appears you're wearing his clothes, too.
That also.
She seems a little disgusted. I haven't
Absolutely not what you think.
She gives you a weird look.
How long since you talked to your brother?
I haven't talked to my brother in weeks.
Okay, how long since somebody noticed that he hasn't been around?
What do you mean he hasn't been around? You've been at his house, right?
I've been staying there. He isn't there.
Give me it's technically a lie. Give me a fast talk roll. You know where he is.
No.
She clearly does not believe you. Now tell me what's going on with my brother. He's been acting strange. He's strange for weeks. He won't respond to my calls. He doesn't, his phone has been disconnected. Every time I go over and, knock on the door, he doesn't answer. His garden hasn't been taken care of. He loved taking care of that garden. And I am just, I go over there and I see you wandering in and out of his house like you own the place. I tell you, I'm just about ready to call the police. I need to know what's going on with my brother.
I want to help your brother any way I can. And that's the truth. I don't know how I can yet.
Are you going to help the animated corpse that you may or may not have stabbed to death?
I didn't do that.
Maybe. You kind of, maybe you held a knife. Maybe.
I need your help, and this is going to sound incredibly insane.
She looks at you. She's got a stiff upper lip going on. Like she looks very nervous and kind of panicking. But she sort of, okay, what?
I need you to stay out of sight and watch me. I need you to watch and see where I go and what I do.
Okay. We'll toss a persuade on that. See how you do.
15.
She seems to be okay with it. Do you know about my brother's backup plan?
No. It's okay. You can trust me. I am trying my best to help.
You can tell she's really fighting, trying to decide what she should say next. My brother said if anything were ever to happen to him, ever since he got back from Africa, he totally changed. He was a different person.
So was I.
She kind of gives you a funny look, but doesn't say anything about it.
I had my own experiences in Africa. That's how I met your brother. Was through the historical society, and okay. I saw the same look in his eyes that I saw in the mirror every day.
You see something kind of switch in her, and like she seems very emotional about this. She kind of nods as if she's finally deciding. He said, if anything were ever to happen, that I would need this. And she reaches into her pocketbook and she holds up a brass key. He said this was a copy, that he had one, and he gave me a spare.
What's it for?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Let me see if there's any other information. I can't stand seeing what's happened to him. He used to be super tidy. He used to, take care of his garden, and all he cared about was, studying the antiquities and watching the trains go by. He loved trains, he loved his antiquities, and that's my brother. And to not see him do that, to not, do those things is horrible. So if I can help you, then I will. I need to know where he is and that he's okay.
You know that look he had in his eye after he came back from Africa? You notice how I've kind of got it now?
She looks a little nervous.
No matter what you see in there, don't go in there.
Okay. That was an interesting choice of thing to say. Okay. Cool.
The next time you see me, I may not remember seeing you.
Okay.
If I don't start the conversation with pinwheel, ignore me.
Okay. Not bad. All right. She's still holding the key.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And I'm going to hide it under the seat of my car.
Fair enough. Now, what would you like to do?
Is there any place public near my house or apartment or whatever it is that I could park my car?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to park it, stash the keys under the seat, and walk
Okay, where are we going?
to my house or apartment.
Okay. Yep, you can do that.
All right. Is there anything there that tells me what I was doing with Sackville?
I mean, just a note saying that you were going to meet with him. Something on the calendar, something. Meet with Saxville on this day at 5 p.m. Talk about Africa? ?
'Do I get the paper?
1920s, yeah, probably.
What day is it?
We'll say that you have a pile of maybe, I would say at least a week's worth of papers.
Okay.
Somewhere between a week and 9 days. So a week to a week and a half.
Okay. What day does it say I'm meeting Sackville?
It all lines up.
Yeah, okay. Any dead pets? Roommate or anything?
No.
Okay. I am going to pack a bag.
Okay.
As quickly as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a backup pistol. Do I?
No.
Oh, hell. Anything of use that she might have that I need to grab?
I mean, just common household things that you don't have, you don't have the Necronomicon.
No. Flashlight, rope.
Flashlight, you probably have rope. You probably live in an apartment, maybe, so...
Yeah, I don't know what she'd have.
There's a hardware store around the corner if there's something that you really wanted.
I don't have any money.
Well, now that you're back at home, you probably have money at home.
Okay.
I mean, you have a decent credit rating, so you may even have a line of credit open at various places.
Okay. No, just a simple bug out bag.
Okay.
Stash it in the car.
Yep, you got it.
I've got to figure out what the hell to do. There's still some other clue that I'm missing that I need to be following up on, and I can't figure out what it is.
Well, what's left on your list over there?
Apparently not enough.
Josephine's doing all right. She's going a little crazy, but...
Yeah. Is there a train station?
It's the Midwest. It's the... You're in roughly the Boston area in the 20s. Yeah, there's a train station. There's probably a couple of them. There's probably a major one, then probably an
Would they have
one.
lockers with keys?
Yeah, probably.
How far away is it?
I mean, Arkham's big, but it's not that big. So I mean, you could drive.
Okay, if I'm leaving my car here.
Oh, you could hop a bus.
Okay, I'll hop a bus to the train station.
Okay.
And I will go and look at the lockers.
Okay.
Do these keys match?
You gonna try one?
I'll look at the lockers and I'm.
I mean, it's a brass lock and a brass key. I mean, so they look similar.
Yeah, I'll try one.
You put the key in and you realize that it fits but won't turn.
Any others?
There are probably a dozen, 2 dozen.
Any markings on the key or anything?
No. You realize it fits, so it goes to one of these lockers. It's just not that locker.
Okay, I will try them.
Okay. Eventually, you will say the 9th or 10th one, you turn it, and it pops open.
Okay.
And you see a large pile of paperwork.
Okay. I'm going to shut this.
Okay.
I'm going to get the hell back to my car.
Okay.
Stash the key. Stash some cash in there with the... Yeah, stash what cash I can get.
Yep.
In there with the bug out bag and whatnot, and get my ass back to the house.
Okay.
To Sackville's house. Get back in the window.
Make me a con by 5.
What's that mean?
Your constitution
multiply.
times 5. Yeah.
Yes.
You realize as you are you taking your car or not taking your car?
No.
So you're
I'll hop a
using
bus.
the bus. You realize you're starting to get really sweaty and dizzy as you're riding the bus.
And I'm going to try
And
stave it off as
you're fighting it, and you're getting a little woozy, and you're fighting it, and you're able to stave it off. Give me a climb roll, I guess, because you division's going out, and you can't hardly see, and the whole world's spinning.
No.
You try and climb in the window, and you slip, and you fall back out, and the world's kind of going dark. I give you one more action.
I'm going to try and get in there.
All right, try another climb.
10.
All right, you climb in and you fall on top of a side table there, knock off a whole bunch of books as your vision swims and everything goes black.
I didn't get it closed.